Welcome back to another breakdown video. If you're new here, I'm Chollette, and in this series, I show you guys exactly how I go about filming my scenes with the Pocket. I use my 3-shot method to capture 3 different shots in the same scene. Ideally, I just need a wide shot, a medium shot, and a close-up shot. And once I have my 3 shots, I stack them together and put them on Instagram. And this has been a fun little exercise for me to practice solo filmmaking or vlogging wherever I am. I highly encourage you to try this out and consider this approach a visual warm-up, because I promise no matter where you are and what you're doing, there's always a variety of 3 different shots that you can get to tell that story. As always, shout out to everybody that is trying this out for themselves and have sent me their work on Instagram. I'm really glad to see people are going out and vlogging. All right, let's get into the breakdown. So first, here are the settings on screen, and this is what I use for all the shots that you're seeing. And my settings do not change. I leave these settings for every single scene that I shoot. The only variable is going to be whether I need an ND filter or not. And for this scene, I did not need an ND filter. All right, the story behind this scene. So literally right before I shot this, I had just gotten out of the movie theaters. I had just seen that new Backrooms movie and I loved it. I was hooked the entire time, and anytime I see a really good movie in the theater, I just get so hyped up and I just want to film something. So I was very much in a very creative headspace. Now, after I got out of the movie, it was pretty late, so I did have to rush back to the train to make one of the last trains back for the night. And this is actually a brand new train station that just opened up in Los Angeles. And I used the same elevator on the way to the movie in the daytime, but when I came back and used that same elevator, it just had a completely different vibe to it. When I was in the elevator, I just loved how the overhead lights were so reflective on the glass. I love the grit of the wall as I was descending. I love how you can see the structure behind me as I'm going down, and it was just a really unique scene. I felt like I was in the Matrix or something, so I totally had to film something. So to film this scene, I pulled out a tool that I used for every single shot, and that is a magic arm. Now, if you watched my channel, you know that I am such a huge stan for this tool, because I really do believe that it is one of the most useful accessories that you can have. I have this magic arm by K&F Concept, and I just take it around everywhere. They're literally under 30 bucks, and they're gonna give you so many possibilities. So I mounted the camera on this rail that was in the elevator, and it worked out really great because I did want to get a low angle shot, because again, I really loved this overhead lighting. And so I just rode the elevator twice and got 2 good attempts at grabbing a shot here. So for this shot, I'm using a very simple composition technique, and it's called putting your subject in the middle. And here's what I mean by that. So in this shot, there are 3 layers of depth. First, there's my bike in the foreground, and then you have me after that. And then in the background, you have, of course, well, a lot here because we're in the elevator. So at first we have all of the lights behind me when I'm above ground. And then when we go down, there's of course a lot going on behind me too. So there's 3 stages to this scene that make the shot a little more interesting. All right, so now for the next shot. So what really helped me out here for this next shot was that I was at the end of the line. So the train was already just sitting there, and I had a good 8 minutes, I believe, at this time before the train was gonna take off. I was able to have a lot more time to grab a shot of me entering the train, and that's what I did here. Also, I should mention that yes, it was pretty late at night and I'm just out and about filming on the train, but there were cops at the top of the elevator, and there were also cops on the platform too. But overall, I was pretty much by myself, and I felt confident and safe to be filming all of this in the first place. So be aware of your surroundings and always be safe. Now for this shot, I just wanted to capture myself walking onto the train, and I found another spot to mount the camera with the clamp. And this time I'm using it on this pole that's in the center of the train, which is perfect because it gives me this very symmetrical shot going straight down the car. And here's another simple composition technique that I'm using, which is called leading lines. And this shot is so symmetrical. There's actually a ton of leading lines that are guiding your eye straight down the middle of the frame. So if you're learning cinematography and trying to find more interesting shots, just use symmetry. Symmetry is literally everywhere, and once you use it, you're going to be able to find more unique ways to create images that are more pleasing to the eye. And I did use the Mimo app to check my frame. And honestly guys, using the app with the Pocket is the cheat code, because being able to readjust your frame and redirect the gimbal remotely is just huge, especially when I'm clamping the shot out of reach. Now I love this shot so much because it was such a unique opportunity to film myself on the train completely alone, and it reminded me of that one scene in The Matrix where Neo was also at the train by himself. And that movie has always been a really big inspiration for me, so it was really cool to film something even remotely close to that feeling. All right, so for this last shot, I just wanted to get a shot of me sitting on the train. Now, thankfully, there were a ton of great options to clamp my camera, so I easily found a spot to set up my shot. And the clamp is once again goated because the train is in motion. It's rocking back and forth, and I wouldn't really want to do this with a tripod. So by being able to just really clamp my camera in a secure way on the train, I was able to confidently get this shot. So for this shot here, I really wanted to focus on the motion of the train because I really liked how the lights outside were just kind of flying by and creating so much energy right behind me. And I also really like seeing the depth of the car behind me too. Again, it just fills the frame and makes the whole shot more interesting. So this is actually not my true frame right here. This is my true frame. This is how I shot this right out of the Pocket 4 with the 20mm. But I wanted to crop in because as the train made it to literally just the next stop after the one that I was on, people started to actually get on the train. So my brief moment of being completely alone had ended one stop later. And so in my original frame, you can actually see somebody in the background. But I wanted to maintain this story of me being completely alone on the train. So I just cropped in and reframed my shot. And this is the reason why shooting in 4K is extremely useful, because you can find new frames by cropping into your original frame. And I think this works a little better too, because it's a little more intimate on me, and not that I'm an actor or anything, but it shows a little more expression from me. And this is what I needed for a tighter angle. This is probably my closest shot out of the whole sequence. And that's how I shot this scene with the Osmo Pocket 4. If you want to see the full stack, definitely check that out on my Instagram. I really appreciate anybody that stuck around and made it to the end of this video. Definitely let me know what you think in the comments and consider liking and subscribing. Now go make something. Peace.